When it comes to things that I like to believe I'm simple. If it looks late 90s to early 2000s with an ominous edge and crazy designs, I'll probably like it. Just anything that gives off the vibe that there's so much more than you can see, hear, or think of, like looking out at the different landscapes of classic RE4, or wondering what's beyond the castle in Symphony of the Night, or what everyone in Redgrave City is thinking while Dante scales the Tamin Negru. Like seriously, the way the lights flicker in the city below while we just watch from above, that'll never not be aesthetic as hell. That's part of the reason why I love obscure PS1 and PS2 games. For some reason, obscure stuff just radiates this vibe that we only get glimpses of in bigger franchises. Sure, I'll always wonder what the wider world of Terminal looked like, but I'll never have the same sense of wonder as I do with the worlds of Moonlight and Twilight Syndrome, Galarians, Kinetica, and Baroque. These are the games that dominate my imagination. They shape how I see other media, and they're a big part of what I pull from when I'm making my own stuff. Surprisingly, it's not that hard to find games like this. A lot of the early Shin Megami Tensei titles have English translations now, and they drip with that ambiguous, airy atmosphere I love. And if you don't mind using Google Translate, some of the less story-focused Japanese games are totally playable with just a basic or assisted understanding of the language. And it's not just Japan that did this. Some of the earliest ones I can think of were Western RPGs, stuff like Ultima Underworld, Might and Magic 8, and Planescape Torment. Games that were once popular, but good luck finding someone under 40 who actually plays them now. I'm not judging either. I haven't played Might and Magic, and I haven't even finished Planescape yet. I'm not one of those legends, and I envy their badassness. Trust me, I do. So what am I talking about today? Creepy thumbnail, and I'm over here blabbering about niche PS2 games. Well, let's get into it. Kowai Shashin, Tales in Spirit Photography, released in 2002 for the PS1 and developed by Media Entertainment. This game is a game, and I want to talk about it. I stumbled across it in a YouTube video recently. The video focused mostly on the creepypasta made about the game. I'll leave a link in the description if you're curious, since I won't be going into the creepypasta here. So I see this game, right? I'm checking out the gameplay, the concept, the HUD, and the art style. And something about it just got me. It's PS1 shovelware from 2002, which already feels weird. And when I found out there's an English patch for it, also linked below, I knew I had to make a video. There's something about the pre-rendered backgrounds and the character model of the main character, Hiyori, that's both unsettling and interesting. This whole game is just weird. Everything from the photos you exercise to the fact that it was a PS1 exclusive released well into the PS2's lifespan. No wonder someone made a creepypasta about it. But yeah, aside from what I heard in that video, actual info on this game is pretty hard to find. If you Google Kowai Shashin Tales in Spirit Photography, Google's new AI will tell you that you play as Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series, and the game actually takes place in that universe. No, I'm not lying. It literally says that. I don't know where this fits into the Yakuza timeline. It is what it is. So anyway, since the development story is pretty dry and I don't really like covering that stuff anyway, let's get into the gameplay. The gameplay is a mix of I Spy and Whack-A-Mole with creepy backgrounds. Yeah, Hiyori is a shut-in exorcist. With her powers, she exorcises spirits from photos sent in by clients. These photos are honestly kind of cool and creepy. Not nightmare fuel or anything, but still unsettling. They're digitized real-world photos with black bars edited over faces and ghostly figures added in. It's usually easy to spot the ghost, but sometimes you'll be exorcising like a coat pocket or something. Like, I'm not even lying. One of the pictures is of like a mountain, and you literally just exorcise someone's jacket, like the back of somebody. Like somebody's back is possessed. Like not them, but they're like their back. I don't even know. When you think you found the spirit though, you activate Hiyori's exorcism ring. Blue means it's not possessed, yellow means you're close to the possession, and red means you're right on top of the ghost, and it's just a matter of brushing the magic pixel that triggers combat. I'm serious, you'll be hovering over a ghost wondering why nothing's happening, only to realize you missed the one pixel that actually starts the fight. It's super annoying. And worse, activating the ring drains your health. Every time you turn it on and off, it just takes a chunk out of your HP, so that gets frustrating too. But once you trigger combat, the screen gets static fuzzy, which probably looks more convincing on a CRT TV, and the ghost actually appears. You then use the 4 face buttons to trap it in a seal. Early on, ghosts teleport slowly side to side, but by chapters 3 through 7, they start teleporting faster, faking you out and going up and down. And the worst offenders are these stupid fucking baby ghosts. I absolutely hate them, and whenever they showed up, I literally was just like, Are we serious? Like, they suck. They really suck. After you catch a ghost, you actually have to pull off a button combo, rhythm game or whack-a-mole style to seal it. There are 9 seals total, and each gets harder with tighter timing. If you nail all 9, it's usually a one-shot kill, but that's easier said than done. I messed up so many times for literally no reason, and it got super frustrating. I don't know if it was like a mix of like the tension of like the time and the fact that it's like disoriented because you see the buttons on screen and then you see the little buttons in the top right corner, and then you're like, oh, where's square? Even though you know where square is, but you click circle. That's what I'm talking about. I did that so many times and it was really annoying. Now, if you're interested in trying the game, the translation patch actually comes with 2 extra hacks. One is called visual novel mode, where ghost catching and sealing is just pressing X at the right time. The other is a hardcore mode with randomized seals and faster ghosts. I didn't realize I was actually using the hardcore mode at first, and I hadn't even played like the standard normal version. And even then I wasn't even dying. I just kept constantly messing up the seal button prompts. So when I switched to the visual novel mode, because of how frustrated I got, please don't judge me, in the final chapters I realized and was like, oh, so that's why it was kicking my ass. So keep that in mind if you want to try this, because like my experience with it was just randomized. It was like the hard mode. So maybe if you play the regular mode, if you do want to check it out, it'll probably be different. Just keep that in mind. And if it gets too frustrating, you can switch to the visual novel mode, and honestly I'd probably recommend that more. But whichever version you play though, after you exorcise a ghost, it gets circled in the photo and you regain some health, shown by the massive candle at the left of the screen. There are like a max of 4 to 5 ghosts per picture in the late game, and if your sealing game is on point, health usually isn't an issue. But again, it's not the gameplay or the story that makes the game stand out, it's the style. The art direction is so weird. You've got pixelated ghosts that look straight out of SMT 1 or 2, real world photos with baby faces and garbage piles with the ghostly visage of a Japanese man staring like he's judging you for not owning an air fryer, and then Hiyori. She's a stylized anime girl who looks like she belongs in a totally different game. She looks like one of those how to draw anime or manga books from the early 2000s. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, the first time I saw her, her head literally reminded me of a DMC2 orb. It's like perfectly ovular, and then there's just like a face plastered over it. She looks like a DMC2 orb to me. I don't know. I kind of mess with it. I like the art style. Like, I like the way she looks. I think it's so goofy. It's like charming. It's this bizarre clash of aesthetics that I find so interesting. You got like real pictures, CG pre-rendered backgrounds, and character models, and then 2D sprite-based enemies. It's really a product of its time. Back in the day, developers would have to use like different art styles to achieve different effects that were believable, but most importantly, looked good on screen. And a good example of this is classic RE. You had 3D models, pre-rendered backgrounds, and sprite-based items. But what about the story? It's your classic low-budget horror anime game stuff. Hiyori is a shut-in because of her spirit powers. Her friends abandoned her out of fear when they found out. Her mom died when she was a baby, and her dad disappeared when she was 7. Now she lives alone in her childhood mansion, making steady money with her ghost exorcist abilities. Things escalate though when she's asked to exorcise the spirit of a childhood friend named Yuji, who died recently by getting hit by a train. During the exorcism, she hears his soul begging her to stop, and it shakes her. Afterwards, she starts craving like spirits for food, saying really weird stuff like it tasted delicious, like talking about the spirits. And it gets even weirder and darker. Her agent sends her a picture of a ghost that had been like haunting her or whatever, but it actually turned out that the person was still alive, and the man apparently died the moment Hiyori exorcised him. And then she realized that she like might have killed someone, and it just like worsens things. Her hunger gets worse as well. She hears voices in the house. Then she gets an old letter from her dad explaining their cursed lineage, exorcists who turned greedy, wanting to become God, but ultimately created a demon, and now the demon wants to kill the last of the bloodline. I mean, you can guess the rest. Hiyori has to absorb her dad's power Dragon Ball style by like fighting him one-on-one, and then she's got to fight the demon and stop the cycle. That's what it is. That's what it is. She wins. She vows to protect the world and stop others from making the same mistake as her lineage, and then she finally steps outside to touch grass for the first time in years. So yeah, that's Kowai Shashin. Not a groundbreaking game or anything, but man, the vibes are kind of there. Like the grainy, doctored photos feel like a time capsule. There's a weird nostalgia to it. Like I've never been to Japan once in my life, but it's almost like looking through a glass to see what some areas in Japan looked like in the late 90s and early 2000s. It's such an interesting experience. The game is not especially fun. The gameplay gets repetitive, the story is alright, but the photos are genuinely pretty cool and easily the best part of this experience. And I do think the mediocre gameplay and run-of-the-mill story help to make the images pop more, if I'm being honest. These people in these photos don't have any clue what's going on, while ghosts literally walk around them. In a weird way, while the entire world keeps moving, these ghosts are stuck in these photos. And also, I swear I recognize the vending machine picture from a Strictly Dumpling video. If anyone knows if this is the same spot, let me know. Like, I don't have any clue why I think someone would even know that, but I mean, if you do, could you confirm it? Because like I saw it and I was like, where have I seen this? And I used to watch a lot of those food videos. I remembered that vending machine video and I was like, oh my gosh, so I guess I'll leave that in the description too. In the end, I probably wouldn't recommend this to everyone, but if you like weird, obscure aesthetic games, especially ones with haunting photos and early 2000s vibes, give it a try. I had fun purely because it's so weird. That's gonna wrap this one up. Links to the translation patch and creepypasta video are in the description, and also the Strictly Dumpling video. If anyone like knows if that vending machine area is like the same one from that video. If you want to take a crack at it, I know there's people who can literally find the location of somebody's house based on like cloud patterns now, so honestly it's not that crazy of an ask. But huge shout out to all the new subs. That Netflix Devil May Cry video really popped off and I can't thank you all enough. You guys are why I even make videos to begin with, so again I say thank you so much. More weird games, but mostly normal games and fun stuff coming soon, so thanks for watching and peace.